I grew up in a household where my father was always working around the house. He was a carpenter. So I grew up with a hammer and a chisel and all kinds of other tools in my hand. And so it's in my blood. So every home that I've ever lived in, I fix up for our own use. And I've found the things in homes that people have left behind, right? I kind of find joy in that, finding something. And just the other week, about a week ago, I was in my basement and I was working in an area, had to get my hands above some pipes back in this corner, and the sill plate was there, and I always just reach up to see if anybody ever put anything up in these areas, and sure enough, I felt something. And I ended up pulling out this bank envelope, probably at least 20 or 30 years old, First National Bank. And I started having visions of being on the road show, the antique road show, because I could feel something in it. And so I looked, and lo and behold, inside it is a money clip. And I'm savoring the moment. And I pull the money clip out, and I open it, and it was empty. And it was funny because I was looking for treasure, right? And Matthew chapter 6 popped in my mind. Do not store up for yourselves treasure on earth, but store up treasure in heaven. For where your treasure is, there also is your heart. Paraphrasing a bit. Made me wonder, what is the treasure of my heart? What is the treasure of your heart right now? This kind of treasure. What is it that you want? You ever find it difficult in life to find time to pray? Your days are so busy, right? But do you find it difficult to try to get your treasure? Do we focus sometimes as we age, especially on our IRA balance? How much I need, how much I've got to have. Maybe as a youth, your treasure is, the latest gaming console, probably more like a smartphone or something. I don't know. Our treasure changes as we age, but the thing that I've talked to many people, and from my own experience, is that, many times we obtain that treasure, and then you get over it. You're not satisfied. We've gotten the treasure, now what? What's my next treasure? And the bottom line is, there is one treasure, one available to all of us. We all should know the answer to this. That treasure brings everlasting life. That treasure is Jesus Christ, who died for us. If we follow him as disciples, truly follow him, sacramentally, spiritually, we will be fulfilled. We will no longer need these treasures to search for. It's still fun to search for them, but they don't become the focus. Christ becomes the focus. This week begins Holy Week. It is all about the Triduum, the 3 holiest days of a liturgical year, higher than Christ's birthday. This is what it's all about. It's about the treasure that is available to all of us. This week, we all have an opportunity to insert ourselves into the Triduum, which is the Paschal mystery of Christ. That's what it's about, where we can focus on the passion, the death, and resurrection. And at the same time, I have conversations with many of you are having your own little mini Paschal mysteries right now. You're dealing with sicknesses. You're dealing with deaths in the family. You're dealing with loss, or you know people who are doing that. It is the perfect time to offer that up and combine it with Christ's Paschal mystery, who, fully human, knows what it's like to sit where you sit, feeling everything that you have felt. Immerse yourselves in Holy Week. Look at those in-pew worship aids. Learn about the Triduum, what we are doing. For where your treasure is, there also will your heart be. So what is the treasure that your heart desires?